Ah, well, here I am. Hello, Wynne. Surprised to see me?
This is a nice estate, isn't it? What's on your mind?
Well, I guess
It is...
I'm not going to get anything overly immersive. Maybe from some of the guys I was actually with. Except for Liliana in here. I'm gonna go flying hug Liliana. I thought I'd never see you again!
This is a nice change from having to sleep in the woods, isn't it? Well, aren't you sweet and attentive?
Do you know what I love? I love that none of you are even surprised. It's like, yes, of course, yeah. It's like you're captured by the guards, by like the captain of the guards, I think, and sent to Fort Dracon to await execution. Now he'll be back in half an hour. It's absolutely fine. God damn it. Excuse me. You're in the
We can't all be gallivanting about the house all day. Her Highness is here. Someone fetch the Queen some clean linens and be quick.
I can help you here. It's called a doorway. What is this? This is something even I know. Like, servants and stuff, or just anybody in general, should not stand in doorways. It's a really annoying thing to do, and I should know because I used to stand in doorways. But I got the help I needed, and I've moved on with my life. Shut up. Is there anything I want to do in here? I'm kind of half tempted to have a bit of a chat with everybody because I didn't get to the end of the last session. Hello? Account of the Qunari conquest of Parvon. Oh, Sten. Doing a bit of reading, are you? I'm kind of curious about this. In the 30th year of the Steel Age, the first Qunari ships were sighted off the coast of Parvolan in the far north, marking the beginning of a new age in warfare. History calls this the First Qunari War, but it was mostly a one-sided bloodbath, with the Qunari advancing far into the mainland. Qunari warriors in glittering steel armour carved through armies with ease. Their cannons, the likes of which our ancestors had never seen, reduced city walls to rubble in a matter of seconds. Stories of Qunari occupation vary greatly. It is said they dismantled families and sent captives to learning camps for indoctrination into their religion. Those who refused to cooperate disappeared to mines or construction camps. For every tale of suffering, however, there is another of enlightenment deriving from something called the Qun. This is either a philosophical code or a written text that governs all aspects of Qunari life. Perhaps both. One converted Saharan, I wouldn't know how to pronounce half these words if it wasn't for Sten, reported pity for those who refused to embrace the Qun, as if the conquerors had led them to a sort of self-discovery. For all my life, I followed the Maker wherever his path led me, he wrote. But in the Qun, I have found the means to travel my own path. It has been said that the most complete way to wipe out a people is not with blades but with books. Thankfully, a world that had repelled 4 blights would not easily bow to a foreign aggressor, and so the exultant marches began. The greatest advantage of the Chantry-led forces was the Circle of Magi. For all their technology, the Qunari appeared to harbour great hatred for magic. Faced with cannons, the Chantry responded with lightning and balls of fire. The Qunari armies lacked the sheer numbers of humanity. So many were slain at Marnus Fell on both sides that the Vale is said to be permanently sundered, the ruins still plagued by restless corpses. But each year, the Chantry pushed further and further into the Qunari lines, although local converts to the Qun proved difficult to return to Andraste's teachings. By the end of the Storm Age, the Qunari were truly pushed back. Ravain was the only human land that retained the Qunari religion after being freed, and its rulers attempted to barter a peace. Most human lands signed the Lomaran Accord, accepting the Tevinter Imperium. It's a shaky peace that has lasted to this day. Okay. Ravain. Alright, cool. Sten and your different ways, your height. You're not really defined as human, but for a lot of intents purposes you seem to be. I guess it's kind of the same way that elves and dwarves are, like people but not human. Yeah, that makes sense. It's quite good for, the standard fantasy setting, I guess you'd say, to, expand, say, yeah, there's elves, dwarves, and humans, and also Qunari, this other race that is completely original, just tall guys, basically. It's good. It's well realized. Anyway, that Queen Honora I see. Yes. I would like to have words with you.
Maker's breath. It's good to see you in one piece, my friend.
Hello.
Indeed.
After your rather alarming lack of subtlety, I feared the worst for you. I prayed for your safe return.
Oh, for God's sake. I've literally, like, sorry about the cut there, guys. Like, I have honestly no idea how to respond to her in this. Because, like, I see why she did what she did, but she also doesn't seem to, like, see why I did what I did, which I'm kind of annoyed about, honestly. However, it wasn't a true betrayal. Like, you were... Well, Nathan doesn't know this as well. Like, you were going to try and get me out. So, yeah, fuck it. Let's address this now. You betrayed me.
Well, what did you expect me to do? You announced me to my father's most trusted lackey. Did the purpose of my disguise entirely escape you? I barely managed to slip away from her when we reached the palace. I am hoping that, despite our unfortunate beginning, we can still work together. Will you hear me out?
Yes, of course I will, but I just wanted to address that. Yeah, well, the disguise was good as long as, like, we didn't run into anybody like that who was expecting us, isn't it? But whatever, fine. You asked for help for a reason. So, let's just move on.
We will need to work together, and quickly. My father has gone mad. I didn't believe it at first, but he is gripped by a paranoia so severe it prevents him from seeing sense. He saw me as a threat. Yet even now, I'm certain he will be telling the nobles you are dangerous murderers that have kidnapped and mind-controlled me. He may even believe it.
Well, let me see. Can he still take the throne without you? Good question.
Perhaps. It will be more difficult for him, but if my father says the Grey Wardens are the enemy, many will believe it. He is a legend.
It's true. Our position in the Landsmeet is not strong, and this does little to help us.
At least that snake Howe is dead. That alone will not be enough, however. My father is committed to his path. You will need ammunition for the Landsmeet, and there I can help. You have only just arrived in the city, so perhaps you are unaware of some recent events. Denerim has been in turmoil since Ostagar. Many people here are angry or grieving. Strangely, the unrest is worst in the alienage. Few elves accompanied the army. They should have little reason to be upset, which means that Howe and my father must have given them reason. I don't know what is happening there, but I am certain my father has his hands in it.
A useful lead, Honora, but you could have sent this information with your maid.
That is true. I feared for my safety as Howe's prisoner. But to tell the truth, I sent Elena to you because I hoped we might join forces. You need that evidence for the Landsmeet, but you also need a stronger candidate for the throne. You need me.
Well... See, I don't actually mind the idea of, like, putting you on the throne. I don't know, you don't seem like a bad person, and pragmatic is probably a word, you know, throwing me to the dogs in order so that you could get away. Which, in fairness, you know, I am far better positioned to escape from a prison cell than you, judging by the fact that I had to rescue you from a prison, then had to rescue myself from prison. Alistair does have a claim too, but at the same time I kind of would prefer him as a Grey Warden. Because he is a Grey Warden, he's not really meant to have titles. Plus we're kind of in this together, but what of him?
I have no doubt Alistair is biddable enough, and decent, but even with his blood, he is no king. You think only I can see it? Not only that, Alistair is a Grey Warden. It will look like you are trying to put a Grey Warden on the throne, despite your claims. I am a neutral party, and I am already queen.
Honora, you are indeed Kaelin's widow, but...
I am the daughter of Ferelden's greatest general. Who do you think truly ruled this nation for the last 5 years? Kaelin. I am what this country needs, not an untrained king who does not even want the throne. I can help you stop my father. Consider what I have said. For now, I think I will retire to my room. Warden, when you have a moment, I ask that you speak to me in private.
Hello. Yeah, well, think about that.
Well, she's quite spirited. I remember when Loghain first brought her to Denerim. Poor Galen was a good boy, but Honora was always 2 steps ahead. Had him jumping when she snapped since the first time she batted her eyelashes. I cannot help thinking she may be trouble, but we should keep her close, all the same.
Why do you think she's trouble?
This is an alliance of convenience. For the moment, we are united against Loghain. Be careful how much trust you place in her. I do not for a moment think Honora means to give up her power easily. Still, I would rather have her where we can watch her than actively working for Loghain.
She's single now. It's possible that she would make a better ruler than Alistair.
Honora was a capable administrator for Kaelin's lands, but she has not a drop of royal blood. We did not fight the Orlesians all those years just to lose our royal line in a single generation. Not when there's a surviving son of the blood.
Oh, come on now. Blood isn't that important. Alice's mother was a Scully maid. How is he better? Alistair doesn't know the first thing about being a king.
No, I don't, which I've told both of you on many occasions.
Hello.
If Honora's turned against Loghain, I say let her keep the crown. It looks better on her anyway.
You're both wrong. With a few months of experience, Alistair will make a fine king. He knows how to lead troops to defend his land. He knows how to stand and fight for justice. He knows how to show compassion to those less fortunate, and how to trust to the Maker's guidance to know right from wrong. And he knows who to turn to for aid, should that training fail him. He will be fine.
Maybe Alistair should... Sorry, Alistair, by the way. I wasn't quite aware that you were such such a short distance away from me. I would have maybe exercised a little bit more tact. I'm glad you're on side, though. Maybe Alistair should marry Honora.
Are you serious?
Eh.
No, never mind. I don't even want to hear the rest of this. You two just keep talking about me. I'm going to stand over here with my fingers in my ears.
That would certainly solve a lot of problems, and put forth the strongest argument before the Landsmeet to remove Loghain from power. With Therin blood on the throne, and Honora's wisdom and popularity, Ferelden could present the most united front against the Blight. Unfortunately, the marriage would never happen, unless they both agreed to it.
Of course.
And I suspect that might take a lot of persuading to get past her pride and his humility.
You're not wrong, but it's an option. We can go that way if we want. What I would love to do is have like a really decent talk with Alistair about this, but due to the nature of, video games and limited conversation options, I'm not entirely sure I'll get that chance, which is a shame, but it's kind of what I want to do. Anyway, why is it so important to put Marikson on the throne?
Ferelden was first united by Calenhad, the Silver Knight. For 400 years, his descendants have ruled Ferelden. That was the heritage we preserved from the Orlesians. And it is the heritage I will fight for as long as one of Calenhad's descendants still lives. Without that to unite us, we could scatter back to warring Terniers.
Yeah, I suppose it's more the symbolic factor, but I wish people would realize that blood just doesn't really matter as much as people says it does. This is how we get corrupt kings and such like that. People who are entitled to the throne just because of who they are, as opposed to what they've done. Well, you know what I mean.
We certainly have a great deal to plan.
Alright. What do you think he's doing in the alienage?
Maker knows what that man is capable of now.
Thank you for that, Arleman.
Of course, if I might make a suggestion, go speak with Honora. She will either be a powerful ally or a powerful enemy, and the sooner we know which she is, the better.
I don't know if I've worked out Honora yet. I'm not even sure she's a good person. She's only very, very attractive, though. Let me see. Have I read any of this before? Yep. Just having a skim. You guys can pause and read it if you like. Okay, yeah. Offered her aid in defeating her father at the Landsmeet. Alistair, so you want to have a word with.
I haven't been here in a while. They've changed the dining room. Ask away.
Please let me ask.
Of course.
Oh, god damn it. I kind of know... I kind of know Alistair's opinion on all this, but... I don't know. Been playing too much tabletop RPGs recently, where if I want to do something, I can just do it, as opposed to the game getting in the way. Hello, Riordan. Nice to see you made out okay.
Hello again, friend.
Hi.
It looks as though you're no worse for wear after your stay in Fort Draken.